Tammy with Tammy's Home Tips. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you something that I have been wanting to do forever, and that is replace this tile. Why? Well, because it has a big crack in it and my rug only comes this far. So every time I come into my house I see this crack, and it's something that I've been wanting to do. So let's do it together today. I'll show you from A to Z the steps and what you can do to get it looking perfect again. And if you like this sort of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, let's get started. To get started, we need to know the materials that we're going to need to use for this project. So I have a picture of it here. What I neglected to put in this picture was the shop vac, also a microfiber towel, a sponge, and a bucket. But I will just make a list and include that below, so be sure to check out the description below. Okay, so floor zone is Ella's zone, and I figured, hey, since she wants to be with me, maybe she could help out, which is why she's wearing this shirt. But of course, she's not going to be able to help me with this project, so off she goes. First things first, you want to take your blue tape and make sure you cover that entire piece of tile with blue tape. This will really help to contain any of the pieces as you're busting this up, and it'll prevent it from like flying across the room or even cutting you. So be sure that you do this step and don't bypass this step. It's super important. And on that note, be sure you also have on some eye protection and your mask. And then go ahead and really press the blue tape onto the tile so that it's firmly adhered to it to catch those pieces. Now, all of you demolition people out there, this is the fun part, breaking up the tile. And you don't want to go close to the edges. You want to just kind of stay in the center, and that's why I left a clear perimeter so I could see exactly where the edges of the tile were and I wouldn't get too close. Now, I strongly believe in keeping my workplace clean, and this is an important time to clear up all this debris so you can kind of know what you're dealing with, what you've got loose, and then you can proceed from there. Next thing is to take your chisel and your sledgehammer and try to get those edges up. Now, I'm really going firm but gentle, and I'm not trying to put pressure towards the other tiles, just in a downward motion. And in that way, I'm avoiding breaking the tiles that are adjacent to this tile. You definitely want to be extra careful here, because if you chip an adjacent tile or crack it, then of course that is definitely antithetic to what you're trying to accomplish here. Now that we all have all the larger pieces of tile chipped up, we need to go in for the details, and this is where I'm using the chisel here to just get out the grout and then pull off all these little pieces here, any extra remnant pieces around the edge. And on a side note, be sure to grab a piece of this grout as you pull it out and save it so you can bring it down to the local store and get a color matched grout. Some people start with removing the grout first. This is just how I do it. But either way, just be super careful not to crack or chip the adjacent tiles. And then after this, you want to just go ahead and find any details that you're missing. And in this case, I pulled out my flathead screwdriver so that I can get those tiny little details that I'm missing. Now that we've gotten all the grout out, we can go through and take all of the mortar or thinset out. To do this, I'm just taking my chisel and breaking up the ridges so that when I come through with my floor scraper, it's a lot easier. It can get up under it and really scrape up that thinset really easily. So it's super important to get this mortar all off, and you want to get it all the way down to the concrete, because of course you're going to be putting on fresh thinset, and that is also thickness. So if you have thickness there already, it's going to make it impossible to put enough mortar underneath the tile to adhere it properly. And this is what it should look like once you're done scraping up all of the mortar off of the floor. All of your edges should be clean, and all of the four corners should also be clean. You don't want anything obstructing the tile where you're going to be placing it. I've decided to go with the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch square notch trowel here because that's what they went with before when they were laying this down the first time. Of course, if I were to lay this all now, I would use the 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square notch trowel for this size tile. But since I want the height to be the same as the tiles around it, I'll be using the smaller notch trowel. I purchased a pre-mixed thinset mortar, and I had just a few places that I needed to replace the tile, so I didn't need a lot, and I didn't want to get a bag that I had to mix up. So this really worked well for me, and now I'm just troweling it in. Normally for floors that you're setting new tile on, you would back butter. Now this was probably a bad idea for me because this just made it more thick, and when I set it in, I could see that it was too proud or too high. And so I had to actually give it a little bit more heave-ho to get it down to the right level. And that's what I'm actually doing here by standing on it and kind of shifting it back and forth to get that excess mortar out from underneath it. Now I'm just taking my level because it has a nice flat edge, and I'm checking to see that there's no high or low spots around the perimeters of the new tile. Once we've made sure that it's all flat, we can go ahead and take a flathead screwdriver and just dig out all of that excess thinset. After this step, you'll need to wait about 24 hours, which is what I like to wait anyways. But of course the instructions might say differently, but we're going to wait about 24 hours until we add the grout in. So it's now nice and dry, and I'm mixing up the grout. Of course, I'm using a liter according to the instructions on the bag of water, and then I'm mixing it for 5 minutes. Be sure you're wearing a mask through this process because there's a lot of dust. And at first it's going to look kind of sandy, but after you keep mixing it, it will look like the right consistency, and then just let it sit for about 5 minutes or so. When you're putting the grout in, you just want to really push it into the grout lines. And you don't need to get it all over the place, of course, because it is just for the grout lines. You can always push it in segments and then come back along the edges or perimeters and just kind of smooth it out. This is the preliminary steps, so don't be worried about there's a little bit too much in one area. And of course, try to get up all the excess grout so that you're not trying to pull all that up later, because it'll be a lot harder to get up later if you don't get all this excess up. Once you're done with this initial step, you're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to take our sponge and really wring it out, and then we're going to start shaping our grout lines. And so this part you just kind of do really gently, and you're not trying to dig out all of the grout back out of the lines there. You're just trying to form it and shape it and smooth it out. So just go gently and liberally clean out your sponge, and keep going until you feel like all of your grout lines are uniform with the surrounding grout lines. This last tip is a pro tip, so go ahead and get a microfiber towel and wring it out really well, and you're going to try to get up as much of that grout as you can from off the tile surface. And this is going to save you a lot of grout cleanup in the after this process. So definitely use the microfiber towel to get up all of this excess grout from off the surface of the tile. And there you have it. So it looks really great, no more crack, and it looks like it was never an issue. If you're interested in doing projects like this at home, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I have lots more things like this on little projects around the house, and we can do it together. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to like this video. Thanks for watching.